In the year 2000, Leach and colleagues surveyed over 3,000 Europeans concerning their beliefs about various other groups, like Afro-Caribbeans and North Africans. They found that a staggering number of the participants endorsed openly racist beliefs, including 38% of the West Germans and 41% of the Brits. In the year 2015, across 7 studies, Katili and colleagues surveyed Americans concerning their explicit belief in the humanness of people from various cultures, and they found a clear hierarchy, with Americans and Europeans being the most human, and Muslims and Arabs being the least human. In 2019, I surveyed over 3,000 British people concerning their dating preferences for people from different ethnic groups, and I found an unambiguous, explicit preference for white people, a huge gap, and then ethnic minorities crowded together at the bottom. And in 2024, Arlene Bunch was caught on camera going on a racist rant against an Indian American family. If you talk about bias long enough, you will eventually hear someone make the claim that most bias is unconscious. It's a very popular claim, but it's not true. Or at the very least, there is as yet no peer-reviewed scientific evidence that proves that this is the case. There are similar claims, for example, that most people have unconscious biases, but that's not quite the same thing. Quite the contrary, a wealth of research, including some of my own, shows that some people have biases and are perfectly aware of them and are perfectly willing to talk about them. Other people have biases and they're aware of them, but they're perfectly willing to lie about them. Still more people have biases and are at least partially aware of them, but engage in clever psychological trickery to justify, minimize, or excuse them. If you find yourself automatically reaching for the unconscious bias explanation, please stop. It is not only hopelessly naive and scientifically inaccurate to assume that all bias or most bias is unconscious. It leaves us woefully unprepared for the many, many kinds of bias that aren't unconscious at all.